Some people think that people on the spectrum, people with Asperger's, people with autism, should feel grateful for being given a job because, you know, it's such a big deal and we're hard to work with or something like that. But I think in my case that they should be grateful that they've got me because I'm a talented person and I'm going to offer more to the job than other people would. I work in a very busy academic library in 5 different teams across 2 different campuses. I beat over 200 people to get my job. I do think that my Asperger's helped in some ways to help me stand out in the sense of the qualities that it gives me, the fact that I'm much more focused, pay much more attention to detail. When I made my job application, I made sure that it fit every part of the criteria that they wanted it to. It is a very intellectually satisfying job because I get to do things that I'm good at, which is not something I've experienced at work in the past, or the things I was good at were things that everyone was good at. I feel in my current role I'm valued for me, and that's what people tell me. The feedback I'm given is genuine. I was asked when I was called for interview if there were any reasonable adjustments I needed. I made a tip sheet that I gave to other people I work with so that they would know what I'm like and what my expectations were. When I'm given a task, people give it to me in writing. If they're going to make a change to my work, they have to tell me in advance, and I have a very structured timetable. So I start earlier and finish earlier so that I can avoid busy times on public transport. I don't have to work on the phone because I find that very difficult because of the audio processing part of Asperger's and also the anxiety, uncertainty around what people might say on the phone will cause me. I think some employers have become more open-minded in recent years about employing people on the spectrum just because there's a greater awareness. And I think that's probably more of a case in places like where I work because we have a strong equality and diversity policy, but we also support large numbers of disabled students, and in the library specifically we have the Customer Service Excellence Award and we have disability-specific librarians, so there's a greater awareness of hidden disabilities generally, I suppose, in that kind of employer. I think that people are starting to understand that there might be a pool of untapped talent, an undiscovered workforce that they haven't perhaps realised was there before because they hadn't had the understanding of what people with hidden disabilities were capable of. I want to become a qualified librarian, and in order to do that you have to do a postgraduate qualification. I would like to go on and do a PhD and be a researcher practitioner. Now, there's a problem for everybody at the moment in terms of postgraduate funding and high unemployment. And if you want to take out a career development loan, you have to begin paying it back a month after you finish the course, whether you've got a job or not. Now that is, as I say, difficult for everybody, but if you're from a group where only 15% of people on the spectrum are in full-time employment, and my own experience is that I've been, before this particular role I'm in now, I'd been out of full-time employment for 6 years. I can't guarantee that I'll get another job. I don't think things are improving as quickly as they could for people on the spectrum despite wider media representation. I think people are aware that people on the autistic spectrum can have talents and abilities, but I worry sometimes that they have too high expectations or very rigid expectations, like they might think we're all like Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. You know, we're not Rain Man, we're not Sheldon, we're people, and that's what I want people to recognise really, that we have exactly the same range of abilities as anybody else.